Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. It brings me great pleasure to be speaking to the gorilla this Wednesday night in Guadalajara, Mexico. John Ryder, first things first, just had a little shake out. Looking very sharp, I must say. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good, mate. But more to the point, I think this is our first ever interview.
We did a Zoom the other week.
Oh, mate, but like face to face, like it's our maiden voyage. You know what I mean?
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. I feel like I've got to know you behind the scenes, like over the weeks and months at shows, and first time face to face in front of the camera.
No better time for it than now, right?
Mate, unbelievable fight week here in Guadalajara, Mexico, on a great fight week. Yeah.
Can I just say, right, and this is for the viewers as well, for a man who is fighting for all the marbles Saturday night against the king of boxing, the face of boxing, you just seem so relaxed. Like, I've been with you guys all week, right? Not really in a media capacity, but like doing little bits of media and that. And even now, just before the interview, so chilled, so relaxed. What is it, John? This is like, not that I'm trying to put pressure on you, but it's fucking, this is mega.
Really, mate, I'm dying inside. I'm just folding, I'm caving. No, I'm joking. No, mate, I'm just around good people. Tony Sims, Dan Lawrence, Conor Ben, Greg Meehan. Just familiar faces. There's nothing new here. Eddie, Frank, yourself. I know you. Like it's old friends we're being around. We're not in the main fight hotel. We're not surrounded by bundles of people. We're secluded a bit here. We've got our own little bit of space. We can float around, keep ourselves busy, and I think it's nice. It's we dial in when we need to, but it's relaxed majority of the time.
First things first, you're I know you sort of acclimatised done a week in LA. Imagine just the time difference, etc., and also more of a hotter climate. Are you enjoying your time in Guadalajara so far?
Mate, oddly, I think last week in LA wasn't as hot. It was pretty chilly out there, and the air wasn't as good. But I've got to Guadalajara on Sunday. The air's nice. The temperature's that bit hotter, and I feel good, man. I feel more at home. I feel good. I feel relaxed.
When you said at the presser today, Guadalajara is like my home, I thought, you know what, this guy's got some fucking minerals in him to say that in Canelo's patio.
Right.
And I know you wouldn't have meant it maliciously either.
No, not at all. I just feel like I feel comfortable here. I don't feel out of place. I feel like I can walk out of the hotel, have a look around the centre, and nice comfortable bed, nice comfortable surroundings, and yeah, not making it a home from home, but I feel comfortable. I think the team's comfortable and everything's nice.
Firstly, from me, John, I want to talk about persistence, right? You lost your row a long time ago. You won't mind me saying that to you. On the end of some questionable decisions, but at the end of the day, a loss is a loss in boxing, right? There is so much stigma around the O. You, in fighting Canelo now, are true example of why you don't quit when you take a loss and why you are persistent. I know it hasn't been easy for you. Why and what has made you do it this way?
I don't know. I mean, you look at my fight, I think I was 16-0 going into the Billy Joe Saunders fight. I think he was 17-0, so it was the battle of the undefeated. I lost that night in a very close decision, and I think, if anything, I won't say it felt good, but that was the silver lining to the defeat, that the O was gone. He wasn't trying to protect that beautiful, unblemished record. I think people got hung up around that time in the Mayweather 49-0, 50-0, and so he was a bit less than that, but at that time I think it was 45-0. But still very relevant, and Calzaghe had not long retired, undefeated, and it was that big thing of remaining undefeated. And listen, I think for me, when I did finally lose to Billy Joe, it felt like the shackles were off a bit. A few more fights, then I lost again. That's when it felt worse. Obviously, the defeat to Nick Blackwell, but I always believed that I was destined for the better things, and that I was just working on things. Obviously, change of trainers and whatnot. I've been with two great trainers throughout my career, Colin Lake and Tony Sims, and it's always been a work in progress. So I'm happy.
Has it sunk in yet that you're fighting Canelo on Saturday night? I mean, obviously you know you're fighting for him. You've done a whole camp training for him. But in terms of, obviously you've got Greg with you, right?
Yep.
and it's quite nice that you're quite open about working with him, etc. The feeling of going into the Lions Den, 50,000 plus in there, a Canelo audience, etc. Has that sunk in?
Yeah, I think so. I think you see today, listen, it's not a hostile crowd at the moment, but it's a very pro-Canelo crowd, and I expect that. I believe that to go and fight a champion, you have to go to their backyard and to try and take their titles, and that's exactly what I'm doing in this fight. I'm going to, most people would go to Vegas or New York or Texas to fight him, but I'm going to his backyard, Guadalajara, the Akron Stadium, and this is where he's from, Lions Den. But listen, I feel that the pressure's on him. It's his first time back in 12 years. Really, who expects anything of me? No one. I'm 30 odd fights, 5 losses, and people are just thinking I'm here for a paycheck, which I'm not. I'm here to show people that dreams can come true. Blemish records can still do well and get to this level, which I have done, and I've worked hard, and I've worked hardest to get here.
How do you train and prepare for someone like Canelo Alvarez?
I think we have to take off the pedestal initially, because you think he is who he is, and listen, he is who he is, but you're not going to go and be able to get Sal Alvarez to spar every week, so you work with what you can get. We got in great sparring, and it was a great camp. Tony Sims is an amazing tactician, a real boxing historian, looks at fighters from, I think he's reading a book on someone from the 1900s now.
Yeah, he is.
So,
he told me that.
So I mean, he goes back over the years, and he's forever learning. He had a great coach in himself in Jimmy Davis, his uncle. So we're getting stuff from decades gone by, but everything modernised, and the work of Dan Lawrence with the S&C is just, everything's always moving forward. It's never standing still.
You've done many camps in your time. Where does this rank among them all?
Been good. It's been probably the most uprooted one. Obviously moving out, staying with Joe Cordina for 3 weeks was fantastic. Joe's we're all like a family in that gym. Joe's like a brother. So it's good to spend 3 weeks with him in the flat we had rented, and obviously he kept his part of the deal and regained his world title, and now it's down to me.
It feels a bit weird saying this, but I feel like, and it has been discussed this week, now probably is the best time to fight Canelo. I know when we discussed on Zoom, you agreed with that. You don't have that mentality going into a fight, but obviously, you know, you look at the Caleb Plant performance, okay, he won, but sort of proved he could be outboxed a little bit. Obviously lost to Bivol, and then, well, people weren't tremendously impressed with the Golovkin performance, obviously coming off hand surgery, etc. You won't look into it like this, but do you feel like maybe it's a good time to fight him?
I feel it is, because he's got a lot of miles on the clock, but I mean, if you look at his year last year, the Bivol defeat, I found it strange that he went back up to light heavyweight with obviously fighting Kovalev before, and I'm sure he said at the time that it was too big a step up, so I was surprised when he initially went back to 175 for the Bivol fight. Then he's come back down and fought Golovkin, and I wouldn't say a bad performance, it was a convincing win, but I think everyone was expecting Canelo to go and stop him, put the final nail in the coffin of that trilogy, and he didn't. He didn't really shut the door on it that convincingly, but he won the fight well, and then obviously the surgery to his wrist, so I think we're all expecting that he's past it, he's injury prone and whatnot, but listen, I just want him to be the best version of himself. I'm going in there the best version of myself, so that's all I can hope for.
John, Canelo said this week that he wants to sort of finish the fight early, within the first 6 rounds or so. Does that change the way you go into the fight?
Not really, because that's how he envisages it, and I think if he's envisioning it like that now, he needs for that to happen. Maybe he's got stamina issues, maybe he's got other issues in the fight. So, listen, for me, if he's saying he wants it over by 6, then I'm going to try and take it 12.
I don't want to keep you for too long, but just moving forward closer to fight night now, what sort of things will you be doing? I know just a little shakeout, nothing too strenuous tonight. Also, what sort of passing the time? I know I'm lucky to spend a lot of time with you. It does all just seem very chill, but does it sort of have to be like that? Also, I suppose in a fighter's sake, especially in your eye, there's not loads of media to do this week. Tomorrow's a nothing day, obviously Friday, the weigh-in, I know making weight, etc. and everything, but for the most part now, do you just, I suppose, sort of take it all in and enjoy it with the people that you're around?
Yeah, I think so. I think just take it in, embrace the moment. A few little walks, have a little sit around, little chat. Just keep myself occupied, not sit there on my own too much, and let the things fester in my head. Just clear the mind and stay busy.
That's such a boxer fight week thing, isn't it? A few little walks.
Yeah, I suppose a few walks, just keep the calories burning.
Okay, finally from me, Saturday night, for Undisputed, Azteca Stadium. No, what's the stadium? It is. Oh, the Akron Stadium. How does it go? And is your hand going to be raised?
At the end of the 12 rounds, my hand will be raised, victorious, and the new from Islington, North London, England, UK, Undisputed Super Middleweight Champion of the world.
Well, John, we wish you the best. Obviously, everyone in the UK is supporting you. And yeah, we can't wait.
Not everyone. Surely not everyone in the UK would support me.
Some fucking weirdos.
Not the backlash I'm getting on Twitter. Not everyone is supporting me. But listen, hate it or love it. I'm here to do a job. Thank you for the people that are supporting. Not here to take part. I'm here to take over. This is a dream come true for me, a dream of fight, and I don't plan on wasting this opportunity.
Well, you mentioned the guys on Twitter. I will just quickly add, you're here in Mexico, earning a whole load of money fighting Canelo Alvarez, and they're sat on burner accounts tweeting a load of shit. I know what life I'd rather live.
Well, it's easy to do it from home on a keyboard, but actually doing it, being here, it's a different story. So please just get behind me. I know what I'm up against, but I'm prepared to put it all on the line to come Saturday night.
I know I said finally, I just want to add one more. Oscar Bevis, I know you've been back and forth with him for years, and I know that he's a good friend of yours. He's gutted not to be out here this week, and I know he's supporting you, and can't wait to watch. Just a little message for him.
Mate, Oscar, I can't believe he's doing this boxing social to IFL. Where's the link there? But Oscar, miss you, mate. I've had to do with your stunt double. I'll see you soon.
John Ryder, top man, thank you for speaking to us at Boxing Social.